Hi, Magdalena here, Wolf of Coins. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm in a festive mood these days, you know, the winter solstice is near and all, so I thought I would do a fun video like on a light topic this time. And I will just talk about what we all card lovers love to talk about, which is cardstock. Just a disclaimer at the beginning, you know, it's a very individual thing, so some of you might not agree with me. Just wanted to share with you which decks I love to shuffle and which I don't. Also, there will be less of these. Anyway, it's not like I couldn't show you all my decks and discuss the cardstock there because it would take ages. I just picked some to share with you. So the decks that have, in my opinion, according to me and my tastes, the best cardstock ever. Number one, and there will be no like hierarchy after this, but this deck is my favorite for shuffling. I love to read with it. It's pure perfection. If you've been watching my channel, you might know that this is one of the favoriteest decks ever. Also because of the gorgeous cardstock. It shuffles great. It's I am one of those people who prefer thinner cardstock to thick cardstock, so there we go. Oh, Pablo Robledo. Pablo Robledo, Tarot de Marseille. It's awesome. Plus the size. The size is perfect. It's smaller than your wait a minute. This is the Los Carabeo size. And this is Pablo Robledo. It's perfect for my hands because, you know, they're not that big. So this is number one. And then what I also love, well, this is big. It's not that easy to shuffle. This is the Vintage Wisdom Oracle. But it shuffles great for its size. Yeah, I edged it, by the way. So yeah, I love it. I love to read with it too, not only shuffling. So this is by US Games, and you can hear how it sounds. It's great. Then another one by US Games would be, where is it? Oh, it's here. Oh, and this is smaller. It's so beautiful. It has this nice little ribbon here, so you can easily take it out of the box. And this is the size. So with Los Carabeo, this is a bit shorter but wider. Sorry if you can hear my son in the background. It's a Sunday and he's home. So again, this cardstock is awesome. It's awesome. It's, you know, it's a bit stiff, similar to similar to this one, and I like it. I really like it that it's a bit stiff, but it's very springy. Springy. Is that a word? And then what I have here would be also the CBD Tarot, again by US Games. US Games has a lot of decks that I like the cardstock of. For example, it's not the worst, so I won't be talking much about it here, but the Fenestra Tarot has a cardstock that is too thin for me, and it's US Games. So I thought it would be something like this, or like this, but it's not. Anyway, it's not tragic. So this is the CBD Tarot. I highly recommend it if you want to start your journey with Tarot de Marseille and you know, you're not still sure if you want to invest too much, because it's a good price. So again, it's oh, come on. You know, I have to stoop over the camera, so it's not too easy to shuffle. But yeah, you can see it's good. It's good. So again, it's on the thicker side in the thin spectrum, and it's a bit stiff. And it's not too glossy either. So I really like to shuffle it. Plus, yeah, it's a gorgeous deck. I use it for my daily draws this month. So that's that. Then we have also, it might also be by US Games. I don't remember. But it's the Golden Tarot by Mary Packard. Where is it? It's a reconstruction of the Visconti Tarot by Mary Packard, and the illustrations are by Rachel Close. Yeah. Is it by US Games then? I think it's not. I don't know. I don't have the box with me because I keep it in this lovely bag that I made. Woohoo! So yeah, I don't know. But it's a huge deck, of course, as most of the Visconti reproductions or restorations are. However, the cardstock is great. See? So I do not read with it too often because, yeah, it is inconvenient when you can put only 3 cards on your table and then you're already, you know, lacking space. But what I really like about this cardstock is not only is it a bit like stiff and springy like the others that I talked about, but also it has this matte feel to it, which is cool. And then we get to Jean Dodal by evaaah. It's I think it's faithful to the original, so the cards were quite large. Again, comparison with Los Caramel here. Large. So that's my only complaint for my poor hands here. Other than that, the cardstock is perfection, because not only, well, it is a historical deck, but it has, can you see, the corners are rounded, but not too much. See, this is like your regular finish, and this is a bit smaller here. So this cardstock is great. Let's see. Very springy. Very springy. I had a little chat with Nina. Hi Nina, if you're watching. That yeah, Jean Dodal is a deck with great cardstock. Highly recommend. Not only for the cardstock, of course, but also for the artistic values. And lastly, I wanted to say, because some people hate Los Caraballo cardstock, for me it's really good. I like it. I mean, it's much thinner than the cards that I showed you so far, but for like a mass market default cardstock, it's really not bad. What I like about it is like really yeah, easy. Yes, you see. It's easy to move about. It's very smooth and it shuffles nicely. By the way, this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. So pretty. So I really cannot complain. They are more springy, so also shuffling is a pleasure here. I really like it. For some people, it might even be easier to shuffle than the more stiffer decks that I've already shown. So yeah, in general, Los Carabeo cardstock is something that I enjoy. And now, let's complain! Where do I start? Okay, I will start the deck with the deck that drives me crazy. Because, and it's this deck. It's beautiful. It really is. Oh yeah, I forgot one here. I have kind of a mess on my desk right now. But it's Triomphe de la Luna. It also has a great cardstock. It's thinner than the decks from the beginning of the video, but it's really good. Springy. Yeah, love this deck. It's a really good cardstock for me. So, this deck drives me crazy because it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, I like to use it, but it has the worst cardstock ever. And I mean, they really meant well because it's this gorgeous matte finish here. They're pretty thick, but not only do they shuffle not too well, like try to, okay, this is kind of fine, but when you try to do it like this, when you riffle shuffle and then try to assemble the cards back, it's really not too easy. And the worst part is when I want to, you know, spread them in a on the desk or the table or make a fan, look, they stick to each other and I need to unstick them and it drives me crazy. It's so annoying. So yeah, I like this deck a lot, but it just annoys me, and I hope that the more I shuffled, you know, the easier it would be to unstick them, but so far, not good. Not good at all. Please let me know, what are your experiences with this deck? Are you annoyed like I am, or it's just me? So yeah, this is the worst ever. Close to this is Cardstock from Medicine Cards, which are a great deck, a wonderful deck with even better book. But the cardstock here is so thin. It's so thin and it's, you know, it's chipping easily. I don't know if you can see it. Maybe like this. See? It's really a pity because it's a great, great deck. And okay, it's, yeah, I feel like I'm shuffling like printing paper, you know? It's a pity. Then we get to most of the, like all of the Blue Angel decks that I have has this problem, and this is a problem for me. Maybe other people enjoy it, this cardstock, but all the decks that I have, and this is Whispers of Lord Ganesha, this was my son, Kuan Yin Oracle, Celtic Tree Oracle, which are all like beautiful, gorgeous decks. Awesome, Soulful Woman. But they all have the same cardstock that I really dislike. And one of the things is like they are very, very glossy. But it's not the worst thing. It's okay. But again, they are sticky as hell. So it's not easy to shuffle them, and then it's better than with the Angels and Ancestors Oracle, but not too perfect. No. Still, I love this deck. It's awesome. So lastly, because I don't want to make this video too long, I will dare to complain about the Jean Noble Tarot by evaaah, and not evaaah, what am I saying even? Fleur Noire. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So yeah, these are 2 decks by him, and I mixed it up because evaaah is printing decks like this one. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, this cardstock, perfect. This cardstock, oh my god, oh my god. And you will hear people complaining about the points slicing into their hands like there's blood on my doublet. So yeah, the cardstock is very thick compared to this one. This one is more flexible, and this is not, especially because the cards are much smaller. As you can see, again, standard comparison with Los Carabeo. So these cards are small but very thick. You can see this is the full 78 card. So this is Los Carabeo thickness, and this is Jean Noble. It's thick. But the worst part are the points here, because, well, faithfully to the original, they were kept pointy. However, with this kind of like thick cardboardy cardstock, well, even it feels really nice here on the surface. They are so ouch pointy that they hurt your hands, and that's it. That's why I don't use this deck as often as I could have. I even tried, you know, I have this really fine sandpaper for making stone seals that I used to make the corners a little bit less pointy. So like we could imagine that it's like with use and age the cards might get a bit less pointy, but it didn't help, you know. I did like 3 times each corner, and it did not help. Some people just take a corner rounder and make these corners round, but I somehow, I don't know, I cannot make myself do it, so that's how it is. Someone somewhere on the internet suggested shuffling this deck, like dividing in 3 and shuffling it like this, because it's very thick, so it's hard to accommodate it in your hands. So then take this and shuffle this one, this pile, and so on and so forth. It is a method. It's better than trying to shuffle the whole deck. Anyway, complaint. So yeah, if you have any decks that you really love the cardstock of and you would like to share with me, please do. And if you want to complain about it, please do as well in the comment section. And have a lovely day today. Bye.